Hello and welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. The Minister of Health, Osage Hanire, says 40 health workers in Nigeria have tested positive for coronavirus. Ehanire disclosed this during the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 media briefing in Abuja on Thursday. He urged all health workers to remain vigilant. The chairman of the Lagos State branch of the Medical Guild, Dr. Oluwajimi Shodipo, said 3 members of the association at the Alimosho General Hospital and the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital Ikeja have also tested positive for COVID-19. Officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Thursday held a meeting with the Chinese ambassador to Nigeria, Dr. Zhu Pingjian, in Abuja, over Nigerians who tested positive for COVID-19 in Guangzhou, in Guangdong province of China. A spokesman for the ministry, Mr. Ferdinand Nwoye, said the Chinese ambassador confirmed that 56 Nigerians have tested positive for coronavirus disease. Nwoye confirmed that the acting consul general, Mr. Razak Lawal, could not provide details as he is currently in quarantine, but the Chinese government is treating some of the infected Nigerians, while others have refused treatment. 2 Nigerian residents in China, Jibril Aifua and Stephen Okechukwu, dispute the information provided by the Chinese officials, insisting that Nigerians under quarantine have been released after they were tested negative. The Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arwan, on Friday said the government has set up mobile courts to try violators of its lockdown order in efforts to curtail the spread of COVID-19. Arwan pointed out that senior magistrates have been assigned to head 8 mobile courts within Kaduna and environs with immediate effect in Kawo, Rigachikun, Marabanrido, Gabasawa, Kakuri, Rigasa, Magajingari, and Sabantasha in Kaduna State. Sokoto State in Nigeria will spend 500 million naira to feed its citizens during the month of Ramadan. The state governor, Aminu Tambuwal, made this announcement while constituting a 32-person committee on COVID-19 Ramadan feeding program. He attributed the significant rise in the amount to be spent from 380 million naira last year to 500 million naira this year to the increase in the number of beneficiaries and the price of commodities. The secretary to the state government, Alhaji Saidu Umar, will head the committee, while a former permanent secretary in the state's Ministry of Religious Affairs, Alhaji Bello Melato, is to serve as the secretary. The number of feeding centers in the state have also been increased from 137 in 2019 to 150 in 2020. However, in line with the WHO's guidelines on the prevention of coronavirus infection, steps will be taken to ensure that they are not crowded during the distribution sessions. In world news, the Czech government on Thursday laid out its plans to lift restrictions that had been imposed to curb the spread of COVID-19. According to the government, starting on Monday, some shops, gyms without locker rooms and showers, libraries and outdoor areas in zoos and botanical gardens will be reopened. Religious services for a maximum of 15 people will also be allowed. From the 11th of May, all shops in shopping malls larger than 2,500 square meters will reopen, as will restaurants, cafes that have outdoor patios, hairdressing salons, barber shops, beauty salons, massage parlors, museums, and galleries will also open on the 11th of May. From May 25th, hotels, theaters, tattoos and piercing parlors will reopen, and weddings, under specific hygienic terms, will be allowed to go ahead. According to data from the Johns Hopkins University, the Czech Republic has reported 7,187 coronavirus cases and 210 deaths. We move on to Germany, where the Center for Disease Control says the coronavirus reproduction rate has increased to 0.9%. That's up from a 0.7% reproduction rate a week ago. German Chancellor Angela Merkel had previously warned that if the number rises above 1, The country's health system will eventually be overwhelmed. She expressed concern on Thursday that some states are moving to ease coronavirus restrictions too soon, saying it could undermine the results that have been achieved. Germany now has 150,383 coronavirus recorded cases, with 5,321 related deaths. Thanks for staying with AD4 TV Radio. Coming up after the break, Singapore reports nearly 900 new COVID-19 cases in a second wave of infections as South Africa is set to begin a phase easing of lockdown by the 1st of May.
Coronavirus, they really make you do wetin you fit today, kampe. Now the cocoa thing where you owe yourself be that because it better to survive than for water to run your eyes. Oya waka boom boom begin the use hand sanitizers, facial mask, and not gree for gun body at all for anywhere, especially where people boku. Clear road, arrange yourself, keep social distance and practice good hygiene for house and surroundings. Do wetin government tell you, sit down for house and make it for no loss. Coronavirus dey o, so make we gree together, waka fight am like a kozuna.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with AD4 TV Radio. Singapore recorded 897 new coronavirus cases on Friday in a second wave of infections centered around migrant workers' dormitories. Singapore's Ministry of Health in a statement said among the new cases, a vast majority are work permit holders residing in foreign workers' dormitories, while 13 are either Singaporean citizens or permanent residents. The country's infections spiked dramatically at the start of April, and authorities trace the increase to clusters of cases in the dormitories. About 200,000 migrant workers live in 43 dormitories where cramped conditions and shared facilities make it easy for a highly infectious virus to spread. The dormitories are now all under lockdown with nobody in or out. Authorities have quarantined symptomatic residents and are monitoring those still inside the dorms. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa on Thursday said the government will allow a partial reopening of the economy on the 1st of May, with travel restrictions eased and some industries allowed to operate under a 5-level risk system. Ramaphosa struck a cautious tone in his second national address of the week, while emphasizing that the worst of the coronavirus pandemic has yet to pass and that people need to remain vigilant. South Africa has spent nearly a month under restrictions, requiring most of the population of about 58 million to stay at home, apart from essential trips, leaving many struggling without wages and short of supplies. The country has recorded 3,953 confirmed cases, including 75 deaths, with 143,570 people tested for the virus. Meanwhile, Djibouti has seen a rapid increase in coronavirus cases, recording the highest prevalence in Africa, as the population largely ignores measures imposed by the authorities. The country has recorded 985 positive cases, the highest in East Africa. The country's health ministry says the virus has not been successfully contained since a nationwide lockdown was imposed on the 23rd of March, when Djibouti had just 2 recorded cases of COVID-19. Djibouti's President Ismail Omar Guelleh, while addressing the nation, says the confinement has not been respected by everyone, and unfortunately many citizens still take the disease lightly, and this has increased the spread of COVID-19 in the country. The African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said Djibouti, a country with a population of around 1 million, has conducted just over 10,000 tests in just 2 weeks and recorded a 7-fold increase in cases, noting that with 98.6 cases per 100,000 people, Djibouti has the highest prevalence on the continent. Former Cameroonian international footballer Samuel Eto'o announced that 100,000 people will receive supplies of soap, sanitizers, and food items as part of his plans to support the country's coronavirus combat efforts. His foundation revealed in a statement that the beneficiaries will comprise 50,000 households in 4 cities of Douala, Buea, Yaoundé, and Bafoussam. The World Health Organization says Tanzania's delay in enforcing measures to prevent further spread of coronavirus in the country could have led to the spike in positive cases in Tanzania. The organization's regional director for Africa, Matshidiso Moeti, says there are concerns about the rise of cases reported in the East African country in the last few days. Tanzania reported its first case on the 16th of March, and by Thursday, 284 people had tested positive for coronavirus. Tanzania's President, John Magufuli, has been widely criticized for encouraging the public to continue gathering in places of worship rather than imposing strict restrictions to mitigate the spread of the outbreak. And that's it on 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our social media platforms at 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Dada.